Next, we have the half angle formula. Note that the half angle formula comes from the double angle formula. Therefore, half angle formula is not given in the exam. So, how do you find the half angle formula using the double angle formula? The tip is to always start with the double angle. And then what you need to do, divide all angles by 2. So only the angles that should be divided by 2 in order to get the half angle formula. So here we have the double angle for sine. Sine to A equal to 2 sine A cos A. So look at all the angles that we have, which are 2A and A. Now, divide all these angles by 2. And that will give you sine A equal to 2 sine A over 2 cos A over 2. And thus, this is the half angle formula for sine. So here are all the double angle formula. Look at the angle and then divide the angle by 2. So 2A is A, this is A over 2. For the double angle of cos, divide all the angles by 2 as well. So this is A and the rest of these are A over 2. So that's how you find the half angle for cos. Now, what about half angle for tan? This is the double angle for tan. Divide all the angles by 2. So this is A and the rest of them are A over 2. And that is how you find the half angle formula for tan. So now let's summarize the relationship between compound angle, double angle, and half angle. From compound angle to become double angle, you need 2A, which is A plus A. From double angle to become half angle, you just need to divide all the angles by 2. Only angles that need to be divided by 2. Let's do example 7. For question 1, we are given sine A and cos B, where A and B are in the same quadrant. And hence, we need to find the following without using calculator. So we have quadrant 1 until 4. And we have all science teachers crazy. So if we look at A, we can see that sine A is a negative value. And hence, A can either be in quadrant 3 or quadrant 4 only, since sine is negative value. It cannot be in quadrant 1 or quadrant 2 because in these two quadrants, sine is positive. So we're going to ignore quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. And we are also given that cos B is 3 over 5. So here we can see that cos B is positive. Since A and B are in the same quadrant, this means that B should also be in either quadrant 3 or quadrant 4. So cos positive means that B should be in quadrant 4. And hence, A should be in quadrant 4 as well. So just find sine A cos A tan A and sine B cos B tan B using the information given to us. So let's find tan A plus B. This is the compound angle formula for tan A plus B. So we need tan A and tan B. Tan A is negative 8 over 15 and tan B is negative 4 over 3. And the final answer is negative 12 over 11. Next, we have cos A over 2. Note that this is the half angle formula. So, for half angle, always start with the double angle. Next, divide all the angles by 2. So, which one do we use? Note that we only need cos A over 2 only. Hence, we're gonna use cos A equal to 2 cos squared A over 2 minus 1. We already know what is cos A, which is 15 over 17. Cos A over 2 is equal to plus minus square root 16 over 17. And we know that this is square root 16 over square root 17. So square root 16 is 4. But don't forget that we must not have square root in the denominator. So this is actually plus minus 4 square root 17 divided by 17. So, which is the real answer? Is it positive or negative? The answer is by looking at the range of A over 2. So let's look at A. A is in the 4th quadrant. So we know that this is 270 and this is 360. So A is between 270 and 360. So just write it like this. But we need A over 2, not A. So divide everything here by 2. And hence, A over 2 is between 135 and 180. This is 90, this is 180. So 135 until 180 is somewhere here. And we know that this is the 2nd quadrant. So you can write down A over 2 is in quadrant 2. And by using all science teachers crazy, quadrant 2 means that sign is positive. So other than sign, they are all negative. So since we have cos here, therefore the real answer should be negative. And hence, cos A over 2 is equal to negative 4 square root 17 divided by 17. We also need to find sin A over 2. And this is a half angle formula as well. So start with double angle. So take all the angles and divide the angles by 2. And that is the half angle for sine. We only want sine A over 2 only, which is here. So substitute the value of sine A and cos A over 2. Sin A is negative 8 over 17. And cos A over 2 is negative 4 square root 17 over 17. And the answer is square root 17 over 17. So you can check whether this answer is correct or not by looking at the range that we just did just now. So A over 2 is in the second quadrant, and you know that sign should be positive. And here our sign is positive, so this answer should be correct.